Okay, so now I see that they are trying to rush programs. And sometimes I ask myself, do they simulate these people to just be in these places? But no, you can use a handheld microwave pulsating device. Like a telephone is the best instrument they ever made. They can send messages out to who knows how many people at one time. I think like that too, because I know these people are not contracted on how they do shit. But it appears to me right now they're trying to put together 2 programs. They're trying to write they're trying to add the red and blue program to a black, white, and gray program with green mixed with a green, mixed in there somewhere. So even the cars would be like that, but there would not be a green car. But yesterday there sure was a lot of red cars. I noticed that because there's never too many red cars when I go out. But yesterday there were a lot. There even was the fire truck, the ambulance. Guess it was an accident or something, because they were in the road. I don't know. I just saw the red and knew what it was, and I decided just to look somewhere else. That was on the way coming back from physical therapy. Okay, so now I'm seeing the green, right? And I'm seeing more green in this spot. I saw green as soon as I left out. I said, I know you guys are going to deplete my energy. There was nothing I can do about that. Some things I know there's nothing I can do about. That's the program. It is going to happen. So I get off the trolley and I'm seeing the colors. And then I see another green jacket. And then my son, he says, oh, and there's the bus. So I tell my son, okay, run and catch it, because the bus will leave your ass. Some of these bus drivers, they will actually leave you. Some will not. Some bus drivers, they can't make them nasty like that. But some bus drivers, people be right at the goddamn door. The bus driver will close the door, and then he hasn't even moved off yet. And someone will come and they knock on the door. You can tell they're out of breath from running, and that bitch will pull the fuck off. Because he's apathetic. Neanderthal minded, no matter melanated or not. It's a Neanderthal type of way of thinking and doing shit. So my son appears that he ain't trying to walk too fast, And sometimes I really think that they can be using my son against me, and I talk to him about that too. That shit's not going to work. We're going to have to come up with something. So it appears he's not moving too fast, and they say, okay, Mac, when we're in the street, just call him Mac. Okay, Mac, can you move it a little faster? No, I'm moving fast too. I said, shit, I'm moving faster than you. So my son, he begins to put a little hop in his step to move it a little faster. And then he gets to the bus. Then I say, go ahead, get on, and just let him know I'm coming. But my son doesn't get on the bus. And my son, he has 1 foot on the bus and 1 foot on the ground. He's looking at me. He looks back at the bus driver. I guess he tells the bus driver I'm coming. He stands there till I get to the door where the bus driver can actually see me. Then my son gets on. The bus driver, he kind of puts the bus down just a little bit. I don't need that thing that comes out for a wheelchair. It takes too fucking long for me to get off the bus. I can just get on like that. The bus, it will meet the curb. And I get on like that. So I get on the bus and I feel, I'm like tired on the inside, like really, really tired, Like I just ran a longest marathon or some shit. Because I saw the green, I knew they were going to take my energy. When I left out of here, I saw the green with a wheelchair. And and I know that they don't like me going to therapy because they put someone there to give me my appointments. Here at this clinic, when you know, I've never seen it done like that, but here you have an appointment for the whole month, the whole thing. So you know exactly what day to be there, what time, everything. You have a piece of paper, like a calendar, where every date is supposed to be there. And so I only had maybe 1 or 2 more appointments left, so I needed to make some more. And this guy, it was a guy. I can't stand when a guy does a female's job, because females have different hormones that a guy doesn't have. So to me, I just don't like it. I don't like a male cashier either. You know, I mean, not like I don't like that person. I just prefer females be in a position of a female and not to see a male in that position. And I could be stereotyping because I was raised like that females have certain positions and a male has a certain position. Not saying that a female can't use a jackhammer, because if a female needs to build a house or something, she needs to know how to use a jackhammer. Anyway, so this guy, to me, he's in the seat where females sit. And he starts to give me my appointments, you know, and he says this. He only gave me 1. And they don't do that there. He only gave me 1 appointment. They don't do that there. See, that's why they don't like a male to sit or stand where a female should sit or stand. And then I told him that. I said, you know, they don't do this here. They give appointments, you know, for the whole month. So then he started giving me my appointments, and I had to tell him how to give me my appointments because he was giving me appointments back to back. They don't do that either. You don't go to physical therapy today and then go back tomorrow. No, you don't do that. But he was doing this kind of shit. So he gave me my appointments all wrong and shit, you know. And then it went from October. I can't remember what date. And the next appointment on the paper is not till November 9th. November 9th. It was like 2 weeks before I went back. So someone calls me on the 3rd to tell me I have an appointment on the 4th. I said, no, it's not on the paper. It wasn't on the paper, but it was in the machine. So I canceled that appointment because it was not on my to-do list, you know, to go there. It was not on my to-do list. So I canceled that appointment for the 4th. Then the 9th came around, and you know, I started taking, you know, dealing with certain herbs and things, and drinking onion juice. And when I woke up, I was just lightheaded. I just didn't feel too well. I think there was it was a night, maybe 2 nights after the last time they waterboarded me, and I got them off with that ball of motherfucking energy. So, my son, he had worked too. He worked hard. He had to have a job at 9. He gets off maybe at 2 or 3. He has to go to another job at 6. He may get off that job at 1 or 2, and then he goes back to this other job. He was working 2 different jobs on the same day at, you know, different times, you know, different shifts. So he would have had to go with me, and he came in, and that morning I knew he was tired because, you know, he is one, you know, that likes to sleep, that they like to have him sleep. If he doesn't get his sleep, he can be kind of grouchy, like an old ass man. So, and I didn't feel too good either. So I did wake my son up, you know, to give him time to get dressed so we can go. And then I saw my son sluggish, and I felt sluggish. So I told my son, I said, you know what, I'm just going to go. I'll cancel this appointment. You know, but I went to my appointment yesterday, and I told my son I'm going. I made sure I was going. And so they don't like me going to physical therapy, because in physical therapy, the way to fight them, they're dealing with electricity, and the way to fight them is with electricity. So I go to physical therapy, and I have like electronic massage, which is electricity. And wow, does it You'd be surprised what it does to me, more so mentally than my physical body. It's like it just opens up. That opens up too, huh? It's like it just opens up, just opens up my blood vessels wider, and the blood can flow through to my mind, really. And so, so after that, oh no, let me tell you this. So I get off the bus, and the bus came 20 minutes early. So I told my son, I said, no, we're going to go early. I said, because I don't want them to try to play a game with me with the bus. And I was going to be 20 minutes early for the bus, and the bus was there already. So now I get to my appointment 20 minutes early. So I walk in, and I tell them, they say, well, you're early, whatever. I say, yes, I'm early because, the bus came early. And she said, yes, it's Veterans Day. So maybe it's not too much traffic on the road. And then I said, oh, it's Veterans Day? Because I don't keep up with the motherfucking holidays. Fuck America. So I said, oh, it's Veterans Day. I say, now wonder I saw so much red and blue today. And as the girl that, the receptionist, she said, she looked at me kind of shocked, and then she said, maybe. And as she looked at me in this shocked manner, the other receptionists, they came around, and all of a sudden, here's a fly out of nowhere. Wow. They came around, and they all had on black. And then they all began to laugh. Just chuckle a little bit, when they said, is that why everyone has on, red and blue? Is that why I'm seeing so much red and blue today? And they all had on black, and I thought, this is a medical facility. Why would the receptionist wear black? I mean, the worst color, is supposed to be a color of mourning. Why would they all wear black? So anyway, I get my folder or whatever, and then I go in to have my physical therapy. I have enough time to sit there because I am really tired from having to run for the bus. See, I'm not just tired, but that really strains my back. It hurts so bad. This is why they came with the wheelchair. They want to strain my back. They want to break my back. I don't know why they don't. I mean, they have no powerful, fucking, quiet, and hidden goddamn weapons to fuck us up. So why can't they just do what the fuck they want to do? Maybe because, there's a program written for the program or something, Maybe they have to go through so many steps or whatever to actually break my back, So I had a while to sit there and just, I closed my eyes, I went into my body, and I grabbed this, and I grabbed that, and I grabbed these things, and I'm putting it together so that it's my blood can flow, like air can get back into my body. It's like my body is suffocating. This is how tired I am, and I'm not sweating at all. That was odd too, and not sweating at all. So, by the time the instructor calls my name for me to begin my physical therapy, it seems as though my body has kind of rejuvenated itself, So the first thing I mostly do is I get on this bike-like thing, It's just a gym to me, and it has all these toys, and I really enjoy going. And so I ride this bike, a stationary bike. It also helps my arms. And so I get on the bike, and, I'm only, to be there 5 minutes, But I close my eyes and then back down into my body to put things together because I need strength to get to the physical therapy. Especially who the instructor is today. He's like the hardest instructor, And but they're all okay people, but he's kind of hard at, what he does, And so when he comes and I open my eyes, I've been on the treadmill. It would have been like a couple of more seconds, would have been 10 minutes. So I guess I needed to be there. And if you want a good paying job, be a physical therapist, because they will tell you what to do, instruct you on what to do, and then they'll be on the phone, they'll be on the machine, they be over there having a conversation with someone else, because I'm the one that have to do the work, not them, you know. Okay, so now my body is feeling great. I'm feeling good. I go through the physical therapy. I breathe through it. I can breathe. I have energy. The air is flowing. The blood is flowing. You know, everything. Okay. So then I have my electric massage. Well, so then I leave. I get ready to leave, right? And as I'm leaving, there's no red and blue. Oh, and let me tell you something too. There were like 3 wheelchairs in physical therapy yesterday. Well, it was one in physical therapy, and there were 2 more, like in the waiting room or whatever, wheelchairs. And I know they did that because I said it in a video that I don't see wheelchairs there. So now I do. Yeah. So now I'm leaving, and I'm getting on the elevator or whatever, and I'm noticing, you know, there's no like gray, white and black. There's no red and blue. I mean, someone may have had on red, but not like the red and blue I was seeing, you know. The red may have been a flower in a colorful dress, you know, a print or something in a dress. And the dress had many other colors in it, you know. And this seemed to be right after she told me that it's Veterans Day. You know, I don't see the red and blue. So, we get on the elevator and we leave out the building, and so everything's okay, you know. It's no gray and black, you know, none of the colors, the color codes they sent to me. You know, everything just seems normal, but I know there's no such thing as a normal day. So as I'm getting to the corner, because I'm going to cross the street, there are 2 young girls standing there. One has on a green jacket, the other one has on like a grayish green jacket, you know. It's like gray but with a green tint. I know they're going to take my energy away. I know it. So then it crosses me like this, you know. I'm going down the street like this. There's a building, and so someone comes from the building to cross the street that way. I'm going to cross the street this way. They seem to always need someone to cross me. So comes a pink guy. He's on crutches, and he has on a green jacket. And then coming right from behind me, came so fast, you know, was a pink chick, and she has on a green jacket. And I look at my son and say, wow, so much greenery today. And my son just happens to look behind us and say, wow, the bus is there, we're going to miss the bus. I said, no, we're not. Because, you know, we're waiting at a red light. The bus is waiting at a red light. We're parallel to each other. But the bus is more so behind us. There's a couple of cars in front of the bus. So I also turned. My son said, no, I don't feel like running. My stomach hurts. I said, yes, because I'm hungry. I mean, I was really, really hungry. I said, I'm hungry. And I don't want to wait another 45 minutes to an hour for a bus. So, yeah, you're going to run for the bus, and you can eat fast, too. So I turned to the bus, and I didn't know if the bus driver could see me or not, but I was like, hey, you know, can you please wait for me? And so my son, he does put a little pep in his step, but he's not moving too fast. And even by the time my son gets to the back of the bus, everyone is already on the bus. So the bus driver, he sits there with the door open. My son gets on the bus, he still sits there with the door open. When I get on the bus, he speaks to me, and I say thank you to him, and I see he is the same bus driver that took me to the clinic. Now he's the same bus driver to take me back. And so he did wait for me. So we got on the bus, and then we come home, and when I get on the bus, I'm so tired because I did walk pretty fast again. But I'm so tired that this time I can't even, you know, I have to hurry up and sit down. I can't stop to take my bus pass. You have to take it across this little machine, you know. And so I asked my son, you know, I sit down, I pull it out, and I ask my son, will he take it up there for me? He does or whatever. So now again, I'm sitting here and I need to really catch my breath because I am really tired. So I look across from me. There's a Mexican lady or a Spanish lady with her son. I look all through the bus. Is almost empty, you know. I guess, you know, it's not too far from the beginning of his route. I look all through the bus, and these color codes are not there. But something else I noticed: no one had their phones in their hands. And that's something I noticed on the brother's videos. He's doing videos of dealing with horns and how people react toward the horns. And I noticed in his video that everyone has a phone in their hands. But noticed that yesterday nobody on the bus had a phone at that time. That was kind of odd because someone is always on their phone, but no one had the phone in their hand. Maybe my son. But my son, he was kind of like half hidden, so I couldn't see that part of him. COLOUR.